How to stop targeting just the 3% of your market that are ready to buy right now, and how to attract the rest of the 97% of the market that are thinking about it. Let me put this into some kind of context. I actually had a client who had a product and has got a product. It's quite a high-end product, and he wanted to put that on the front and center of his website to sell. He wanted, like, I'm going to sell this. And I said to him, that's never going to work, and it's not going to work for a simple reason, and that is when people land on your website or on your landing page or wherever they land to find out about you, they are just they're looking. I want to call them, they're walking down the high street, taking a little browse. And so uh, you're never going to get them, or rarely, I would say, never's probably too strong, rarely going to get them to actually commit there and then. But what you will do is you will certainly pique their interest, and you will, provided you get their details, you can then sell it in a different way. Let me explain what I mean about the percentages of where people are at. In any market, in any TAM, total addressable market, you've got 100% of the market. So you've got like a huge 100%, see that? 100% of the market. And out of that 100%, only 3% typically are ready right now. Only 3%. That's not a lot. And that's what most people target. They target 3%, and then, because that's all they want right now, what they don't do and don't think about are the people that are considering, which is a vast rest of the market. Let me explain. So then there is also a 7% who are considering. Now, these people here, if they're considering, they are people who have already been down the awareness stage. They're at the solution aware, so they're looking for a solution, but they're considering, and they probably just need something that's going to tip them over and make that commitment to buy. So that's the, I want to say they're the people who are ready to buy, but they're kind of bottom of funnel. So this is bottom of funnel. Not very good writing, but anyway, bottom of funnel. Now, after this, we have a whole other 90% of the market who are considering it. Now, let me just break that down into more sections. So let's say there's 30% who are considering, and these people are likely to buy in the next probably 3 to 9 months. Now, the only way that they're going to come back and buy from you is if they are likely on your email list, because they've already seen you, already want something from you, and they're just thinking, I just need a little bit more information. I just need a little bit more to find out if this is the right fit for me, if this is going to work for me. So these people are going to be ready to buy in the next 3 to 9 months, only if they are looked after and they are nurtured, and you put offers in front of them on a regular basis, because when they're ready, then they'll bite. Then there's another 30%, and these people are probably, I'm going to say, not aware. So these people are not necessarily aware and just need a bit more educating. They just need to find out a bit more, because there's something, they're like, oh, I've got this problem. Oh, I didn't know I had this problem, but now I know that you've got a solution, so I'll listen. So these people are probably unaware to problem aware. So these are very much, I want to say, almost top of funnel. So this is middle of funnel, and this is top of funnel. Then if you can work out the math, there's 30% that are missing. Now, this is a bit of a grey area, I think, because I think the 30% that are missing is a tricky one, in so much as there will always be people in your market that are not necessarily a right fit. And there will also be people in your market that will, even though they have the problem that you solve, they're never going to buy. For whatever reason, they have just made the decision they're going to live with the problem. The problem's not a big enough issue. They're not even aware of the problem. And if they are, it's okay, it's meh. So I think there's about 30% of the market who are considering or who are not going to be a good fit, or they're just going to be putting up with the problem that they have. So I kind of call this sort of a kind of I want to say no go, but they can be converted, for sure they can. But again, there's going to be an element of people that may be just not a right fit for you. So I kind of always want to focus on these people mainly, because that's where you're going to get your next clients from. So when it comes to putting out your or creating your marketing and your message, and you want to attract people and you've got something to sell, always try and get people, always go wide at the top. So your top of funnel is go broad, go wide, but go wide with something that in the buyer's journey. Think about if you go steps backwards in the buyer's journey and think about what is that problem right now that you can solve, what is going to give them a quick win that you can solve, and that's how you create and attract the right people into your market. And then bring them into your email list, and then literally weekly and even daily, if you so desire, put offers in front of them every single day or every single week. Because if you don't put offers in front of them, somebody else will, a competitor will, and then they will be the ones that get the business. So that's my top 10 tips today. If you want to find out how you can set this up using your LinkedIn profile, I have got a lead LinkedIn audit, 3-hole audit link below. Have a look at that, and that breaks it down and it shows you exactly what needs measuring on LinkedIn in terms of the actions that you're doing, the posts you're writing, the profile that you have, putting all of that together and putting measurements in place so that you know that the time that you're spending on LinkedIn is absolutely worth it. So I hope that helped. Let me know what you think, drop a comment, and other than that, I'll see you in the next video.